Hello guys, welcome back to our anime shorts. Today is explanation of upcoming episode of Perfect World based on novel. So let's start. Shahao had made ample preparations before coming. With a wave of his sleeve, several dozen little altars appeared. They arranged themselves in the void, surrounding this place. The aura of a great formation emerged. Aohu Lord Huntian roared, his head of scarlet hair dancing about. His eyes were like blood moons, and he was like a great demon. A glaring red demonic ruler was in his hands, and when it swung about, bloody light surged outwards and endless symbols were produced. Shahao revealed a serious expression. He didn't dare underestimate this ruler. His hands merged to form an imprint, displaying a great divine ability to suppress his opponent. Hong! Light erupted between both parties and endless symbols appeared. This was a great clash of powerful that was like an erupting volcano. The sky seemed to become muddled and the earth dim. Scarlet radiance covered everything. If it was Lord Huntian himself, he definitely wouldn't have been able to take on Shahao. That demonic ruler was too abnormal. Bloody light erupted at this moment like a red sun. In addition, the bloody light released by the demonic ruler formed an enormous demonic image, surrounding Lord Huntian inside like a demonic god armor. Powerful aura surged with every move he made. This already wasn't a person using a weapon, but instead a weapon using a person. The Blood Devil ruler served as the master, moving Lord Huntian's body to fight against Shahao. There is a demonic god sealed within that demonic ruler. You can't let it come out, or else it really will be troublesome, Hairy Ball said in a low voice. After lighting its divine flame, its spiritual senses became extremely sharp. He quickly took action with Little Red to fight the humanoid figure formed from the rain of blood. In the ancient years, the Blood Devil went on a rampage. It was extremely vicious and vile, taking the lives of endless creatures. It was surrounded and attacked from all sides, but it was still too difficult to completely kill him. As long as it left behind a blood seed, it could be reborn. Alright, hurry and get rid of him. Little Red shouted. It had turned into a human form, but it was covered in armor, so its appearance couldn't be seen. Its voice, however, was still clear and sharp. At this moment, the armor on its body shone. The magical sword left behind by a true deity was held in its hand. It carried heaven overflowing southernly divine flames as it attacked forward. Meanwhile, Hairy Ball's body towered like a mountain. Its entire body was golden, and with the divine halberd in hand, it unleashed a barrage of attacks, continuously hacking downwards, carrying out a great confrontation against that heavenly country expert. Blood Devil was an expert from our heavenly country during the ancient years. After coming down to the lower realm and falling, he had never reappeared. The figure formed from the rain of light formed a figure. Its original precious image was imposing just like a Buddha, and right now, it revealed a strange look. Heavenly country really doesn't have anything good come out of it. Hairy Ball sneered. The halberd moved through the air and flickered with brilliant radiance as it fought intensely against him. A will to divinity, a will to depravity, the heart can change at every corner. Kill, 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 kill. The figure formed from the rain of light was originally like a Buddha, but right now it released a great shout, and then demonic clouds surged and killing intent surged into the heavens. In the blink of an eye, he turned into a great fiend. His entire body became pitch black, and he rushed over murderously. Kill! Hairy Ball shouted loudly. Golden light blazed around his entire body. The short sparkling dragon horns on his body erupted with multicolored light, and a vague true dragon emerged, coiling around his body. They turned into body-protecting symbols. It was a dazzling sight. Hairy Ball was different from normal Julians. Its entire body was golden, and the most special part about it was the pair of small true dragon horns. Right now, they erupted with power, and the sound of dragons roaring echoed through the skies. In addition, he learned the yang side of the Kuan Peng technique from Shahao. Golden light shone brilliantly, as it released the divine strength of the Kuan Peng. It was tyrannical and forceful, as if there was nothing it couldn't overcome. At this moment, he combined three forces into one: Zhu Yang, True Dragon, and Kuan Peng. They all meshed together, making it especially dazzling Hong. This was a terrifying clash of power. The clouds around him were all scattered, and a few mountains below them collapsed. Rubble rushed high up into the sky. At the same time, Little Red released a long cry. An enormous vermilion bird took to the air behind it, and in its mouth were the sun, moon, and stars. With a wave of its wings, stellar rivers would fall down stream after stream, carrying endless flames with them. This was naturally a type of irregular phenomenon, and not something that truly happened. However, it was enough to display just how terrifying it was. It howled through the air as it descended, and while resisting under the raging flames and fighting great battles under the dragon cries, that supreme demon finally broke apart. The rain of light continuously shot left and right, struggling to break free from its fate of destruction. Inside the great formation, Shahao suddenly developed a layer of goosebumps. The Blood Devil ruler in Lord Hunshan's hands shone, erupting with divine might. Go! He released a light shout. That Blood Devil ruler exuded terrifying divine might, and rushed into Hairy Ball's side of the battlefield. It swallowed that scattered rain of light to try and devour a deity. You are trying to steal food from the mouth of a tiger. Hairy Ball became furious. He brandished the great halberd and hacked downwards. Little Red even more so cried out. The divine flames it spat out naturally restrained blood cultivation, igniting the bloody mist in the air. Kai la sounds continuously rang through the air. Go! The grey-haired elder lightly shouted. The Blood Devil ruler that devoured a portion of the rain of light released a bloody radiance. It wrapped itself around Lord Huntian and rushed towards him. Their bodies displayed a blood escape technique that was fast to the extreme. Will you be able to escape? Shahao said coldly. He fetched the divine striking stone from his hair, and threw it out with his full strength. The divine striking stone released a blood-curdling scream, as if the most miserable thing was taking place right now. However, its body flew straight out, and symbols covered its entire body. With a hong sound, it smashed down onto its target. Recently, its power had increased sharply, because it had eaten too many divine materials in Stone Country's treasury, turning it into a supreme treasure core. Peng! It was extremely accurate. It struck its target, making that grey-clad elder tumble onto the ground. Kill! Hairy Ball and Little Red rushed over murderously and personally put down formations to lock down this space. Demonic God, come into this world. The grey-clad elder shouted. A string of ancient incantations were chanted from his mouth, making that Blood Devil ruler tremble greatly. Fortunately, it is just a ruined corpse. Even though it has been repaired, it wasn't pieced together by the original body. It would at best possess the divine might of a creature that had just lit its divine flame, said Little Red. Hairy Ball reached out a large hand, directly grabbing outwards. Its golden hair flickered with radiance, making it look incomparably powerful. Break this ruler to prevent it from continuing its torment of this world. Shahao said. Not a bad idea. Hairy Ball and Little Red nodded together. They used their true deity weapons at the same time and suppressed forward. Heaven overflowing radiance erupted. You want to destroy me? Just a bunch of ants. Even though I am ruined, you should forget about wiping me out. The Blood Devil rulers will awoke and spoke. A wing sounded. It struggled free from Lord Hunshan's hands and turned into a bloody moon to fight a great battle against those two. Lord Huntian fell down, as if he had woken from a dream. His face was incomparably ashen. The grey-clad elder grabbed him in one go and quickly retreated. Master, we've lost, Lord Huntian said. Shahao's mind trembled. Shahao asked. Someone who has obtained the inheritance of the Blood Devil. The grey-clad elder said, his eyes a scarlet red. He didn't say much all the way until now. His palm shone, producing a black bone spear that flowed with a strange vitality. In that instant, the temperature rapidly fell. Evil winds roared angrily, and black symbols filled this place. It was as if the fog of a devil was curling about, as if resentful souls were dancing about, wrapping themselves around the tip of that black spear. He sent the black-colored spear piercing over. It was as fast as lightning, directly stabbing towards Shahao's forehead. It carried a unique and terrifying fluctuation, and suddenly, it was as if they could hear the cries of 10 million souls weeping from the underworld. Accursed lance. What a hateful heart. Shahao's eyes shone with icy coldness. This was the screaming of countless creatures, and the wills they left behind were trapped within this magical artifact, turning it into a cursed lance. It had been recorded in the bone books that 100,000 resentful souls was enough to produce a small curse, while 1,000,000 resentful souls combined together would be no small matter. Several tens of millions of lives were lost in the western border, and after the flying python devoured their flesh, this spear should have absorbed the resentment of at least 10 million souls. If I don't kill you all, it really will be hard to return peace to this world. Shahao's voice was extremely cold. His entire body shone, displaying the 72 transformations, changing his body into a Kuan Peng. He spread his wings and took to the sky, and then he used this race's profound mysteries. A pair of claws descended, they were incomparably terrifying. Hong, he collided with this black bone spear, causing black soul flames and lightning to appear. The grey-clad elder flew backwards, spitting out blood from his mouth and backing up. He was overwhelmed with shock. If an ordinary supreme expert had been struck by this bone spear, they would have inevitably died on spot. Their souls would then be devoured by the bone spear, becoming a part of it. However, the little stone was actually this terrifying. Under a single strike, the cursed spear actually cracked, and he himself coughed out large amounts of blood. He was unbelievably powerful. Go! The grey-clad elder roared loudly. Black mists surged. He tossed the bone spear straight at Shahao, sending it flying out like a streak of black lightning. It pierced over with the sounds of tens of millions of souls wailing in anguish, while he himself brought Lord Huntian with him before running. Break! Shahao roared thunderously. His body shone, and vast expanses of golden feathers drifted about. It was as if the Kuan Peng shed its feathers, and was going to cut down all evil spirits. Then, following that short shout, that black spear stopped before him, locked down by symbols. It then cracked apart inch by inch. A cursed artifact would sometimes deliver a powerful backlash, bringing him serious injuries. Shahao turned into human form and moved with great speed. He quickly caught up. After forming a fist imprint, he smashed forwards. Hong! The grey-clad elder released a loud howl. His entire body began to turn into a rain of blood and pieces of bone. His existence, from here on out, would be forever crossed out from the list of the living. Lord Huntian, do you acknowledge your wrongs? Shahao shouted. Lord Huntian's expression was calm as he said, even though I received the Blood Devil ruler's influence, there was desire within my heart as well. Regardless, there isn't much to be said. Do what you must. Kai, Shahao reached out his hand, sending out a beam of light and immediately crippling his body's cultivation. I should still end this life of mine. Lord Huntian calmly said. He brought out a dagger himself and held it against his own neck. With a forceful swipe, a head tumbled onto the ground. Before his moment of death, his expression was complicated. It was as if there was a type of freedom from his worries. He finally opened his mouth, as if he wanted to say something. Your Majesty, be careful, about heavenly country's blood sacrifice. This was the final sentence Lord Huntian left behind. Even though there wasn't any sound, these were the words produced silently from his mouth. Lord Huntian, Shahao sighed softly. In the distant skies, Hairy Ball and Little Red held true deity magical artifacts. They shattered that damaged Blood Devil ruler, turning it into pieces and then using divine flames to burn it into ashes. This battle ended. Shahao lingered inside the western border for a long time. Then, he returned to the imperial palace. He summoned the War King, Ming King, Peng Nine, and the others to see him declare his abdication. What a pity, Lord Huntian. Truly disappointing. When War King and the others received news about what happened in the western border, they were all shocked and helpless. They didn't say anything for a long period of time. Shahao placed the Emperor seal on the dragon writing desk. Your Majesty, are you truly going to leave? Peng Nine asked. The others opened their mouths as well. They knew that there was no way to convince him to stay. He had already set his mind on leaving. I want to enter the higher realms. Shahao spoke. Then, he bestowed great gifts onto several individuals, asking these supreme experts to supervise the country and assist Qingfeng. And if Qingfeng wasn't suitable, then there wasn't much else to be said. He asked the War King to then replace him and have Qingfeng abdicate, thus restoring his freedom. Your Majesty, must you really go to the higher realms? The War King asked. If he left, then it was unknown how many years would pass before they would meet again. It wasn't odd to say that they might never meet again in this lifetime. No, I will go to Three Life Mountain to cultivate, said Shahao. He felt a bit uneasy inside. The deity and flying python that descended from heavenly country had died, so did this mean the end? This time, both that will and python deity descended. After the three sects giants paid unimaginably great prices, a crack was opened in the void. Your Majesty, if you do this, you'll be placing yourself in great danger. When the War King heard this, he showed great worry and advised against it. The ones that advised him in staying behind also immediately said that he should either ascend into the heavens, or hide in the great wastelands and cultivate in secret. Shahao left almost everything he had on him behind, only bringing a few things with him. He then walked alone to Three Life Mountain. He killed the undefeated legendary dual pupils, and cut down supreme experts from all sides. Now, the little stone treads on his own path. He will definitely be even more outstanding and glorious. This video will end here. Thank you for watching.